say the word asleep, we can hear that accented E in the second syllable. Okay, so we're going to, when we're sorting our words, we know asleep will go under the second syllable. Okay, we hear that accented E, long E in the second syllable. And let's look up here. We have EE. So that's pretty easy to point out, guys. We have EE. It's not E consonant E, it's not EA, it's not an open E because we have a consonant after it. A lot of your words this week are going to have this double E pattern, so that will be pretty easy for you guys to identify, I suspect. Okay, let's look at a couple more words. All right, we're going to look at the word complete. All right, complete. Let's put our hand under our chin. Complete, complete. So where do we hear that long E? Complete, in that second syllable. So if I'm sorting my words, I'm going to say I hear that long E in the second syllable. That's where that E is accented. Second syllable, complete. Listen, complete. So you can hear it in the second syllable. Now, let's identify what pattern this word has. Let's find our first E. We have an E right here, okay? E. We have a consonant, which is the letter T. And then we have another E. We know it's not EE. It's going to be E consonant E. E consonant E. So when you're sorting this word, complete is going to go under E consonant E pattern, and its accented syllable is in the second syllable, okay? Let's look at a couple more. All right, let's look at this word is season. My favorite season is fall season. So that's one way we can use this word, season. I want you to say that word, put your hand under your chin, season. We hear that long E in the first syllable. So practice it again, season, season. You hear the long E before your chin ever hits your hand, which means it's in that first syllable, season, okay? So there's the first thing you need to know. Season, the accented syllable is in the first syllable. What pattern does it follow? We have an EA pattern right here, okay? So season's gonna go under EA, and it's accented in the first syllable. Remember that. Okay, we're gonna look at one more, and then I want you guys to practice on your own. The next word is zebra, zebra. So just like I told you before, put your hand under your chin, zebra, zebra, okay? We hear that long E before our chin hits our hand. So that means our accented E is in our first syllable, okay? Zebra. I'm gonna go ahead and break the syllable here because I want you to make sure that you understand where the syllable breaks. These open vowel patterns are what seems to be the trickiest for most of you. Guys, whenever we have the first syllable end in our vowel, okay? Like U from last week, we have E this week. When it ends in this E, it's an open E, okay? It's an open syllable. There's not a consonant that closes that syllable off. That's why that E is a long E, okay? So zebra is going to go under open E, and it's got the accented syllable in the first syllable. Now I want you to get your pen and paper ready and try a couple of these words. The first word I want you to write is deeply, deeply. Okay, I'm going to give you a minute to write it. After you write it, I want you to say it out loud. Deeply, deeply, okay? And then I want you to separate the syllables on your paper, just like I have been on my board. Deeply. Separate those syllables. Identify which syllable pattern you can find in this word. And then write or underline the accented syllable. Underline would probably be the easiest thing for you to do, okay? So let's look. Let's see if you're right. We have deeply, deeply, okay? Our syllable break is between this P and the LY, deeply. We have an EE pattern, so this is our pattern. And you can hear the long E in that first syllable. So it's accented in the first syllable, and it's an EE pattern. So when you're sorting your words in your word study today, I want you to remember where this word goes. Let's practice another one. I lost my place for a second. The next word is reader. So I want you to write it. I'll give you a second to get it written. Reader, reader. She is a very fast reader. Reader. Okay, we're gonna say it. Reader, reader. Now there's more than one E in this word. Don't let that trick you. Reader. Which E do you hear a long E? Okay, there's only one E here that makes the long E sound. Reader. The vowel team, okay? We've got the vowel team EA right here. Reader. We hear that long E right here in the first syllable. So our accented E is in the first syllable. It's an EA pattern. So reader is going to go under accented in the first syllable, and it's an EA pattern. Remember that when you're sorting your words this week. Okay, 2 more words, and then you guys are gonna go do your word study for today. All right, this word is extreme, extreme, okay? Extreme. So we're gonna say it. I'll give you another couple seconds to get it written down. Extreme. Now I want you to say it with me. Put your hand under your chin. Extreme, extreme. We hear that long E after our chin hits our hand, so it's in the second syllable, okay? Extreme, our second syllable is where that E is accented. Now we need to determine what pattern is in that word. We have an E, M, E. It's not EE. We know it's not EA either. It's going to be an E consonant E. So I'm gonna write that. We have E consonant E. E consonant E. So when you're sorting your words today, extreme is one of the words on your word sort. You need to make sure that this pattern, the vowel pattern you identify, is E consonant E, and the syllable that's accented is the second syllable. So I'm gonna repeat that. Extreme is E consonant E pattern, and the second syllable has the accented E. Okay, one more word. Veto. Veto. Wonder how many of you know what that word means. That's a little extra activity you can do today. Go find out what that word means and comment below your assignment and let me know. I want to see how many of you are actually watching my video. Veto. What does that word mean? All right. So let's say the word veto. Veto. we hear that long E before our chin hits our hand. So the accented E is in the first syllable. So I'm going to underline that first syllable. My syllable break is right here, right after that E. Okay? There's not two E's. It's not E consonant E. There's not EA. It's an open E. Veto. There's no consonant in this syllable that closes that E off. Okay? So it's an open E pattern. Veto is going to go under open E pattern, and its accented syllable is in the first syllable. Make sure you remember that whenever you have this word in your word study this week. So I hope you guys have learned a little something today. Your word study is assigned, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Don't forget to tell me what veto means. Bye.